Welcome. This is a Crosman 760. This video I'm going to show you how I'm replacing the original stock, which the pump handle was this, and the rear stock. The extended stock will give me a little better length of pull. I'll show you here. I'll show you how I did this. And keep in mind, this is only the start of this project. Remember, no can is safe with the Crosman 760. I'm going to make a couple more of those handles and sell them on eBay. Besides that, we've got the 8th variant over here. I've already taken the handle off. I've already started using the wood lathe to get the basic stock done on the handles. The project I'm going to start here, I'm making it out of pine. I've already marked it where the holes are. So we got the pine stock handle. And this one, I'm going to try to make the pine rear stock. Using part of this piece of scrap wood, which I believe is a 2x12. Looks like I might be able to, if I play it right, get 2 pieces of stock out of this. So I'll mark it up, and then I'll make the rough cuts with the handsaw and then switch over to the bandsaw. I know the stock on this one, it should be a lot easier to make because it's held in by one big screw, and there's a bracket in here. I'm going to trace that out, bring that out since I'm making it myself to give my length of pull a little longer, add an inch or two. I've traced it out. This is doable because I have a drill press making sure that that area, the rest of it is basically freelancing, but I want to keep it fairly close. I've added an extra couple inches of wood. There isn't much room for error as far as thickness. Next step is make rough cuts with the handsaw. Okay, next up is the early 1940s Craftsman bandsaw. That's my grandpa's saw. He died in 1975. Saw still works, but we have made these nice cuts here. Almost done. I got just one more cut here. I'll do that here on video. To have 2 butt stocks done. First order of business is to get this close, and for that I have to use the planer over there. I'll show you. Handles is pretty easy. There's the handle from the other 762 that I already made a video on. I pre-marked it where the grooves are going to be. The blue mark, that's where the holes will be. And then I'm going to have to taper this down there. So I'll turn it on for you. And you can see where it's going to be. Finishing touches there. And there you have it. There's the handle. I will next do the same cuts that I made with the previous video on my 760. Here's the finished handle. haven't put the stain and the finish on. You have to have a drill press, router, and several bits. Got it on. There you go. Of course, this is just a rough draft. This project started with two wood components: the stock, which you see here there's some shaping that has to be done, and the drilling at the exact right angle and the right size. Actually, fairly easy part is just getting the pump stock made out of a 2x2 on the wood lathe over here. You can see all kinds of sawdust on the floor, so I've been busy. On this stock, I got some shaping to do. I'm thinking of, it's too early right now, but I may make that more Monte Carlo shape like the Daisy 880. If anybody's interested, I made this stock and that pump for anybody that happens to have a Crosman 760 made approximately in the 1980s up until the late 90s. Over here you see this project will be another video. That is Ashwood there. In the meantime, I want to do one other thing first, and it'll be a shorter video because it will not be monetized. I got my Crosman parts here, and there's 2 parts on the next video I'm hoping to do, and they're for a 1322, but I'm going to try them on a 760 because this old 760, the last time I put it through the Crony, was shooting Crosman hollow points at an average of 512 feet per second. So I'd like to get a little more speed out of this.